My 8-month update. I have been on a GLP-1 journey on semaglutide, aka Ozempic, for exactly 8 months. And in that 8 months, I have been able to lose 150 pounds, doing nothing but taking the Ozempic and keeping myself in a calorie deficit. Now, if you remember the last time I reported in, I think it was last month, maybe the month before, I was in a stall and I wasn't really losing much. Then I decided, I got a walking pad and started, doing my walking pad, getting my steps in, at least 5,000. I want to graduate to 10,000, and I'm sure I'll be able to eventually, but I do have disabilities and issues that keep me from necessarily getting the full 10,000. Anyway, I am pretty much doing everything the exact same this whole time, gradually learning more and more as I go along. And unfortunately, as amazing as 150 pounds in 8 months is, which I couldn't ask for more than that. But with that said, I am still really in a stall. Probably for the last 2 months, I've lost maybe 5 pounds in the last 2 months. I said 10 pounds would be the absolute most. So it's between 5 and 10 pounds in 2 months, which I understand you're going to have good months and you're going to have bad months. But I did so well in the beginning and early on that it's just disheartening to be in a stall that I cannot seem to shake. Now, I'm not gaining weight, which, I'm only eating about 1,600 calories a day. I keep myself, no matter what, below 2,000. And I will say the Ozempic pretty much is non existent in my system now. I take it every week, but I'm only taking zero point 0.5 milligrams because that's what I was given. And it doesn't really do anything like it did the first 6 months, where, it was doing all the stuff, taking away food noise, blah, 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 blah. It's not really doing that anymore, and I just think that I am due, for an increase in meds. I think it's that time. And I know you don't want to go up too fast, but I think 8 months, the 0.25 is an extreme starter dose. Zero point 0.5 is where a lot of people go for the first few months. I figured I should have already gone up maybe at the 6 month mark. So I've stretched it out and I made a doctor's appointment. I'm going to go on Monday. And I'm really hoping that she will increase my medication because I honestly believe the only way that I'm going to hit my goal of 225 to 200 pounds in a year, which is 4 months. Right now, I'm weighing in at about 262. So even if we go with the 225 and not the more, the lower number, we're still talking about 40 pounds. So losing 40 pounds these days, it's hard. Now that would only be 10 pounds a month, but it's definitely going to take the medication to help me get there because, 0.5 is just not doing it anymore. So anyway, I just wanted to make a video, even if no one watches, it's just for my own log, so to speak. Documenting everything, because I try to do it every month. I think I might have missed 1 month back there somewhere. But I just want to keep everybody updated, and I want to keep myself accountable for all this stuff. And, I've completely reset the way I think about calories and the way I eat. Compared to how I ate before, even though I don't feel like the medicine's really doing anything for me anymore, at least it's noticeable. Obviously, it's doing things that I don't see on an everyday basis. But it's not doing a lot like it did in the beginning. But with all that said, I'm still able to stay on average around 1,600 calories a day. And, you know, I was eating double to triple that before this whole Ozempic thing, hence the reason why I was over 400 pounds. So I think maintaining my weight with the dosage that I'm currently on would not be a problem. The only way that would change is if I completely gave up and decided, well, I'm just going to start eating 5 Big Macs a day or something, which I'll hopefully will never go there. But I really want to hit this goal. I really want to get down to around 225, maybe even 200. So I'm really hoping that I can get an increase in my meds and that I can keep losing the weight, because I've loved losing this weight. I've loved, most people when they talk about diets, it's like, oh God, a diet, I dread it. I've loved it. I've loved every bit of it. Other than this stall, that's the only thing I haven't loved. Changing sizes in clothing twice and just seeing the difference of myself in a mirror. Like I said, 262, I'm still a big guy, but, I'm almost 50 years old. And for the last almost 30 years, I've been close to 400 pounds. So over half my life. So seeing myself at this small of a weight, I don't know. I love it. I truly love it. And I truly also believe that if I didn't have spinal stenosis and bad knees and a bad back and different issues, that I would be able to, just by like going to the gym or something, be able to stay at my current amount of medication and lose the rest of the weight. But I'm only able to do what I'm able to do. That's the bottom line. And I think an increase will do me well, and I hope to be right back to, losing that weight, because like I said, it's been awesome.